Assalamualaikum. I am Mr. Ifaiman as the financial manager of this company. Today, I will be explaining further detail on the data collected from Digi. Now, we start by the liquidity ratio. The first one, current ratio. The results showed that the current ratio for Maxis is lower than Digi, which is 0.52 times. Compared to Digi, the current ratio is 0.67 times. This shows that Maxis company have problem to meet the short-term debt. Compared to Digi company able to meet the short debt. This is because Maxis company have a lot of debt from the current total assets. Therefore, the company cannot afford to pay short debt. Second one is quick ratio. The results show that the quick ratio for Maxis is lower than Digi, which is 0.52 times. Compared to Digi, the current ratio is 0.64 times. Digi's company has high liquidity and easily meets its short-term debt, while Maxis shows low liquidity indicating otherwise, and the company will face bankruptcy. This is because Digi company has plenty of cash or liquid assets on hand can easily pay any debts that may come due in the short term. That is an indicator of high liquidity and financial health. For the second category is asset management. First one, inventory turnover ratio. The results show that the quick ratio for Digi is lower than Maxis, which is 70 times. Compared to Maxis, the current ratio is 3,104 times. Roll the inventory management to generate sales for the Digi company is less efficient than Maxis. Therefore, for the Digi company to sell products, roll back the inventory and replace the stocks of goods soon in 2019 was less successful than Maxis. Second one is total asset turnover. The results show that the total asset turnover for Maxis is lower than Digi, which is 0.42 times. Compared to Digi, the current ratio is 0.77 times. This shows that Maxis company should increase its sale or some asset may be disposed of compared to Digi company. Maxis company is able to generate larger sales. For the third category, leverage ratio. First one, debt ratio. The results show that Digi company, the debt ratio is 92%, which is higher compared to Maxis, 69%. It seems that Digi company use more debt to buy the assets. The lower ratio is more favorable than a higher ratio. This indicates that Digi company is facing higher degrees of debt financing, and this will hinder the potential of longevity of the company. Second is debt to equity ratio. The result shows that Digi company, the debt to equity ratio is 6.76 times, which is higher compared to Maxis company, 1.25 times only. This indicates that more creditor financing, which is bank loan, is used as investor financing in Digi company. It is considered a risk to creditors and firms because the high degree of debt to equity ratio. For the last category, profitability ratio. First one is gross profit margin. The result shows that the gross profit margin percentage Digi company is higher than Maxis company, which is 30% compared to Maxis, where the gross profit is 22%. Digi company is able to control cost of goods sold relative to its sales revenue. This shows that the Digi company has increased slightly in return on contribution margin or gross profit and is able to have the capacity to pay short-term commitment on time. Second one, net profit margin. The results show that the net profit margin percentage Digi company is higher than Maxis company, which is 23% compared to Maxis, where the net profit margin is 16%. This shows that Digi company is more efficient at converting sales into actual profit compared to Maxis, where company isn't efficiently converting revenue into profit. It is because Digi company is efficient in using its asset and converting their sales to generate earning compared to Maxis. For example, Digi company has made more profit where they make 23 cents for every 1 ringgit compared to Maxis where they only made 16 cents for every 1 ringgit. Using ratio analysis, we were able to determine that the performance between Digi and Maxis is experiencing a very big difference. This was discovered despite the fact that both companies are experiencing similar levels of success. That's all from me, and thank you very much.